All right, you came into this project a major CW alum. Tell us about the reaction Vampire Diaries fans have had for the new show and how these fandoms are coexisting for you.
Yes, you know, I'm still in this type of genre world and still with, you know, Warner Brothers Television and CW, and I think that fans are enjoying me playing a human being.
Yeah.
You know, there's still so much supernatural elements around me enough to where it seems like I'm involved or I have some type of supernatural element to me, but that's not the case, and so I think it's been nice to play a good guy, a good character.
Mm-hmm.
You want to root for Kyle, and I don't think that was always the case with Tyler on Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, I was going to ask, after 8 years of playing a werewolf, hybrid, otherwise not fully human character, how is it portraying someone with zero supernatural abilities who's still among those with those abilities? Any FOMO, or are you just sort of like, oh, finally a break?
I'm good. I've enjoyed that the stakes are still just as high for Kyle, but now it's all happening around me. And what's lovely is Kyle has storylines with everybody. You know, he's involved with each character in some way, and so that's been nice. Whereas if I had some type of supernatural element to me, I may be, you know, only in one area with one storyline and involved with just certain characters, but instead I'm able to be involved with everybody, and that's been nice to play.
And he is a surgeon, so those skills got to come into play.
Yes, because people are dying.
Yes,
so.
yes. And back to Vampire Diaries real quick. Any interest in a reunion? Would you be down for that?
A reunion?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
it hasn't been that long, but I mean, it's never
like,
too soon.
are you talking a reunion? Like, okay.
The gang just gets all back together.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. I don't know about bringing these characters back to life, really, but I mean, I'd love to do some type of reunion. Yeah, if there was an event that we could all get together and talk about what's it been, 10 years, close to a decade. So yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
You guys keep in touch at all?
We do. Yeah, I speak to Zach Rohrig a good amount. I think he's out in Vancouver filming something right now. I'm on a group chat with him and Matt Davis. I saw Nina about a month ago. I think, you know, between social media and Instagram, you're talking to everybody in some way, whether it's commenting on one of their photos or tweeting them. Yeah, we're all still
always rooting for each other.
Definitely, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Now, you said that you hadn't watched the original Roswell when this role came your way. Is that still the case?
It is. But a lot of my family has watched the original series. I think even when I booked the show and we were filming the pilot, a lot of my family watched all the DVDs. I think they watched every season, so they can tell me about it.
You fill in the gaps for you a little bit.
They can. Yeah, and they're able to see the differences of what we're trying to do with these characters and tell our own unique story. But I have not watched the original.
So how did you prepare to play Kyle without that existing material there for you? Did you intentionally want to have kind of a clean slate going in because it's an update?
I did. I knew that we would have I knew that these characters would be a bit older from the original series, and so I knew that in speaking with Karina McKenzie, our creator, that she told me that I wouldn't have to really do too much you know, investigating or type of research in the original series, because we're telling a completely different story, and I feel like we have from everything that I'm hearing about the differences and the similarities. I think what we're doing is something very unique from the original series.
What about any interest or knowledge you had about the real Roswell conspiracy theories out there? Visits to Area 51? Are you a little more interested in learning more about that?
I'm a huge fan of Ancient Aliens. I watch that on the History Channel all the time, and there's all types of conspiracies, you know, and you can be on YouTube and go down the wormhole of information. But for me, I didn't even visit Roswell. Like, we shot the pilot in Albuquerque, but I didn't go down to Roswell, New Mexico. I think Lily was the only one on our cast who actually went down there. But I believe it. I believe it all. But
it's never too late to pay a visit.
Maybe, you know, it's season 2. We get picked up for season 2. I'll be
always something to look forward to.
Yes.
All right, this might be a hot take, but hear me out.
Uh-oh.
Are Liz and Max really endgame? Do they have to be endgame? Or are you hoping Kyle could still have a dog in this fight?
I think Kyle, you know, is playing the long game here. I think we got a long.
Clearly.
Yeah. I think we got a long story to tell here, and I think, I think Kyle still has a chance. I think he still has a chance, but right now, that's not his top priority. I think it's about taking care of his family and friends. But hopefully there will be some more romance for Kyle down the road.
Sure. Now, a major component of this update is weaving in current political and social themes, particularly immigration. How has that serious undertone informed your approach to the material, and what about fan interaction? I mean, younger people these days are more woke than ever and down to talk about serious issues.
Well, I think what's made us more aware is social media and just the internet and all generations of people being in this age of information, you know, but it's about what type of information are you taking in, and I think that's very important. But what's more important is with our story, when we talk about immigration here, or we get political on the show, that we as far as when we're doing our table reads, or even producers in the writers' room, it's a conversation that everybody has. Everybody has input. It's not like we're getting these scripts and something's new to us. We have just an open dialogue within this crew and cast and writers, and so that helps a lot. There's just full transparency there, and I feel the same goes with fans. I think they can feel how they want to feel about it, whether they agree or disagree. We can all be heard. And I think we're doing a great job at that.
Sure. Now, you did get to work with OG Liz, Shiri Appleby, when
Yes.
she came aboard to
Yes.
direct an episode earlier this season. Tell us about that experience and how that may have affected your own plans about going behind the camera someday.
Well, yes, Shiri Appleby came to direct an episode. She was on the original, and it was just a blast to have her on set because it just felt surreal because she was the original Liz. And I remember on her first day of filming, it was me and Janine Mason, who's the new Liz, and like it was just kind of a dynamic, like, oh my gosh, she's directing us, and you and I are in this scene together, and it's Liz giving Liz direction. This is nuts.
There's a whole multiverse happening.
Yeah, it really was right there in real time. And on the first day of filming, Shiri Appleby had her. She wore this T-shirt that said Roswell High, and it was like her original Roswell High T-shirt from the pilot.
I love that
of
she
the
still
original
has that.
Yeah, she still had it, and so. Honestly, that was one of my favorite episodes because in getting to know Shiri, she let me shadow her throughout the whole episode, and was very generous with her time with me as far as telling me like how she got to the point where she's able to direct, you know, because this is another actress turned director, and so she gave me a lot of advice. And you know, I've been shadowing directors all season for of Roswell, and I'm hoping down the road that I'll be able to get a shot.
So before we let you go, we're going to play a quick game.
Oh boy.
Which Kyle said it?
Which Kyle said it?
Which Kyle said it? Are we talking OG Kyle or new Kyle?
Okay.
So some of these are going to be pretty obvious. Some of them are deliberately vague.
Okay.
But there is a right and wrong answer. I think
Okay.
you're going to do pretty well.
Okay.
No
which
pressure.
Which Kyle said it?
Which
OG?
Kyle said
Okay.
it?
Okay.
OG or you?
Okay.
What do you suppose alien crystals are going for on eBay?
OG.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know, that's interesting because I think
Yeah, I had to
people
think
would-
about that. I
eBay
was like,
doesn't
that kinda
like,
makes
that happened
sense.
in 1999 or in the early 2000s.
Right, 'cause it was 99 was the first year.
First
right?
season,
and then
yeah.
2000. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
but it was. You're right. OG.
Yes.
Is it possible that aliens aren't the enemy of humanity?
New.
Yes.
Yes. New
You
Kyle.
said that.
New Kyle. Yes.
All right. This one's a bit of a mouthful, so hang on.
Okay.
Okay, listen. I don't know how you do things on planet Vulcan or whatever, but here on Earth we have this primitive human concept called privacy.
I think that's OG.
Yes. it
Because I
is.
know when she said Vulcan,
You-
I was like,
you would
I don't
remember
think
that.
Yes. Just that word right there. Yes.
All right. Nothing's ever simple with you people, is it?
Ooh.
That's a vague one.
That
I
is,
know.
but I'm gonna go OG with that.
You're right.
Okay,
You're
good.
right. But
Good.
new Kyle could have easily said that.
Easily.
He's
yes.
definitely
That was a
thought
good
it, I
one.
think.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Last but not least, is everyone in this town in love with Max Evans?
Yes, that was me. I said that,
Nice.
absolutely. Yeah.
5 for 5. Perfect.
Yes, indeed.
If you love that video, you're gonna love everything on the Access YouTube channel, so hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it. Now.